Angelo?
It's great to be here. You know, the New Year's starting off the right way. What better way could I have is have my son at my side. You know, I think they know the athletic background of my son now. I think they've seen just a little bit of the surface, what they're going to scratch. So whether it be the spike, we're well and ready. Gary Hart, Don Kanoodle, Slater, Orton, anybody. You don't have to contend with one Mosca now. You have to contend with two. Is that right, Ange?
That's right. My father said it. I fully recovered from the strike, Dave, and I'm just so happy to be here now. I'm fully recovered. I'm in a fantastic area. I'm with my father, united again, and I'm in Worldwide Wrestling. It's fantastic talent here, and someday I hope maybe I can climb that ladder of success and be up there with guys like Koloff, Slater, and get a chance to shot at them, I hope.
All right, thank you very much. Angelo Mosca, Jr. and Senior, and another junior, Dory Funk Jr.
Well, Dave, I was very proud today to have Wahoo McDaniels on as my partner early on in the show. And it seems like everybody that's tough in this area is somebody that I've wrestled on another occasion. At one time, I wrestled Wahoo McDaniel in Houston, Texas. They called it the match that started on Friday and ended on Saturday. And we wrestled for 90 minutes. He's a very tough man, and I'd like to have him sometime to step in the ring with me and to go against the likes of Paul Jones, the Assassins, and some of the other top wrestlers around here. You know, everybody tends to want to get back at Paul Jones. I think it all started with me. Originally, Paul Jones was my partner. He couldn't be trusted. He double-crossed me. And I think probably more than anybody else, because Paul Jones hurt me personally, I'd like to have a chance to get back at him. I'd like to have a partner like Wahoo. I'd like to have a partner like Dusty Rhodes, Jimmy Valiant. And there are a lot of real tough wrestlers that I'd like to step in the ring anytime with the Assassins and Paul Jones. The two of them, the Assassins, or all three of them at once. Either way, I don't care.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look in the dictionary under the word tough, this is what you find. Wahoo McDaniels. Wahoo.
Well, you know, a lot of this has taken place while I've been gone. You know, a lot of people don't realize it. And I'm embarrassed to say that I let two creeps like Orton and Slater tear up my elbow. I had to get it operated on the 10th of December, which I took off 15 days. The doctor says you're crazy to come back and wrestle, but I guarantee you one thing, I wouldn't miss it. Now, there's no honor among thieves, and you can see them fighting each other now over the U.S. belt. They're doing everything they can. They're fighting each other. Well, that's fine with me, because I'm back here with one thing, and one thing only. You can call it revenge. You can call it getting even, whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you, and the people here in this area have seen me. They've heard me. And when I tell you, I'm going to get even. Slater, Orton, while you were home.
Dick Slater, like him or not, he is the new United States heavyweight champion.
That he is.
You say what you want about him, David. Dirty Dick Slater, the unpredictable one. No one likes his actions in the ring. But the man he defeated for that belt
is definitely a man, John. You have to say that.
Greg Valentine, but David, he's also a mean, nasty individual, not very well liked in the area. And these two guys, if and when they do meet, maybe they'll do us all a favor and destroy each other. Neither one very well liked, David, and now they don't like each other.
All right, you have to respect both Dick Slater and Greg Valentine, because these men are tough.
Mean, nasty.
When they walk in that ring, they walk in to wrestle. They walk in to punish their opponent and to win any way they can.
Cost.
Yes.
Both of them. Long time Valentine's had that reputation.
Especially Dick Slater right now. You know, Dick Slater, he's a man with no conscience. He doesn't care what he does. But if it took beating his mother, I think he'd do that.
Well, we haven't had the United States, former United States heavyweight champion Greg Valentine has no bed of roses, or he didn't go around kissing no babies.
No, he didn't.
All the time that Greg Valentine had it.
But, John, there's one thing about Valentine, is that it never took two people. Valentine always did it by himself.
Face to face, man.
That's right.
He always started out one-on-one and never come from behind to get it to club anybody with that hammer. And boy, can he club you with that hammer.
He definitely can.
Of course, I know also that we watched Dick Slater in action. His close cohort, Bob Orton, we cannot forget, because they have been partners in crime. They put Ric Flair out for 5 weeks.
That they did.
They hurt Wahoo McDaniel's arm. Wahoo had to have they both doubled up on Greg, and I'm sure Greg, even though he wants that belt back, he wants Slater back. I'm sure he is not going to forget about Orton for a long
That's
time
right.
either.
Nobody's going to forget about Orton, and nobody's going to forget about Dick Slater. Wahoo McDaniels, he hadn't forgotten about him. He wants to sign any match any way he can, any way, to get hold of Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what he has to do. Matter of fact, he's already said that he has to pull his arm off, and beat him with it.
And he wouldn't give up either.
No, he won't.
He wouldn't give up either if he had to do that, because he's never, ever given up in a match. He had his leg broken. He had his arm injured enough, but he had to have surgery on the elbow from Slater and Orton, and he still hasn't given up. He's back to wrestling again. Maybe too soon, maybe not. We'll see.
We'll find out. That's right, because that's what they're going to go after. All right, Dick Slater now takes hard slam down on that mat, and look him, takes his time, goes for the pin. Count of 2.
Side suplex executed by the champion. And we have to call him champion now,
yes,
because he is United States heavyweight champion.
And ladies and gentlemen, the United States heavyweight champion, when you talk about champions, that is a tough one to hold on to. Besides the United States heavyweight champion, you have the world heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. And then you talked about Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. They injured him, tried to keep him from going after Harley Race.
The United States heavyweight champion there, Dick Slater, and the NWA heavyweight champion, Ric Flair, the NWA champion, the World Major Leagues of professional wrestling. You see the best right there.
The very best.
And now the action continues. Slater has him in the rope. Down to the mat goes Keith Larsen. Driver pinned by the United States champion. Great move by Keith Larsen. He fires away.
Listen, Larsen now takes him, whips him into the ropes, comes off.
Oh!
Catch him with a backdrop. The champion that he is, Dick Slater, caught it with an elbow in the back of the neck. Now watch him now. Watch him go to work on this young man. Picks him up.
Double arm suplex, David.
Yes, he's got
set.
it. Takes his time now. Control. That's what he has. That's what makes him the champion that he is.
Just one step ahead. If he'd have run in that backdrop, it could have changed the
All right, John, now watch this. Watch what he does. Drops him back. Again, right back on the back. Knocks the wind out. Goes for the pin.
We got a winner. The United States heavyweight champion, Dick Slater, with a victory over Keith Larsen. Here we see the side suplex executed earlier in the match by Dickie Slater. He goes on to win.